All right, last video analysis of the day. Here we have John. To give you an idea, John sent me in this free video analysis request back on about a month ago. I think it was on March 7th or March 8th where he had sent this in, and I'm just getting around to it now. That's the biggest difference between the free video analysis sessions and the paid ones through the website. The paid ones I get back to you in 1 business day, 2 business days at the latest, and that's if like I'm sick or there was some type of emergency, or like if you sent it Friday night at 10 o'clock p.m., you're probably not going to get it back till Monday. But I always do the paid ones within 1 to 2 business days. The free ones take about a month or so for me to get back to. It's just whenever I have time to do them, that's when I do them. So make sure go in the description down below, read the differences between the free and the paid, all the extra stuff that you get for doing the paid analysis, and then go to the website to check it out. Again, all of that information is in the description box down below. This is kind of a tricky one. Here we have John. Now, John sent in 4 different videos. 2 were discus and 2 were rotational shot. And it wasn't until I saw this video when I thought to myself, maybe my eyes are kind of playing tricks on me. Let me explain why. Here's what's going on. If you take a look at the circle, it looks like the circle is lined up perfectly. So right here where this little black dot is right there, that's 12 o'clock. And then over here where these 2 dots are these 2 bolts are 3 o'clock. Middle of the toe board, 6 o'clock. And then these 2 bolts right here, 9 o'clock. But take a look, what's going on here? Here it is. Take a look at where John starts out. So at the beginning of the throw, I want to rewind it all the way back to the beginning. Here we go. We're sitting up in the back of the circle. There it is. Take a look at where John's feet are. From this position, it looks like he's lined up so that 12 o'clock is right in between his legs, right in between his feet. Now, at the end of the throw, this throw goes really close to the right sector. So it's a right sector, almost a right sector foul. It's really close to the right sector, maybe about a foot or 2 away from the right sector line. So I don't know if this is something where John was trying to correct, but watch how he moves over to the left. See, he moves over to the left, and he starts getting wound up. Now he's going to get ready to throw. Okay? Now look where his feet are. Now his right foot is basically at 12 o'clock, and his left foot is over here at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. So he's shifted his body over on purpose. I don't know, maybe it wasn't even done on purpose. But what you're going to see is he over-rotates, just like Logan did in the previous video analysis, Logan throwing the discus. But I don't think it's actually an over-rotation. I think it's right down the middle. The problem is your middle is all shifted because you've moved your body over. So let's take a look. As we go through, here's where the left toe is. It's like at 10:30. So 180 degrees away from 10:30 is what, like 4:30. Okay, so watch where he's driving. I mean, that looks like 4:30 to me. If you drew a straight line, you're driving straight. But because your body is not lined up correctly, it's causing issues. So I don't think you have an over-rotation problem. You are definitely not landing in a good spot in the middle of the circle. You're landing in the left half of the circle, and we'll see what problems that creates in a second or two. But the big thing is, I don't think you're over-rotating. I think you're landing in a bad part of the circle because you're starting with your left foot over here at like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Start with that left foot back here, and if you drove straight, you would probably land more in the middle instead of landing all the way over here. Just think, like bisect the circle. So you got 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. You got 4 o'clock to 10 o'clock. You got 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock. You should be going like 11 to 5. Okay? 11 to 5. But you're kind of going from like 10 to 4. because you're not lined up properly in the back. I think your form and technique up to this point is pretty solid. I think it's just that you're not lined up correctly. You're either consciously being told to line up over on the left, or subconsciously you're just doing it when you wind up, you're just kind of picking your feet up and moving your feet. I've seen both. In fact, I had an athlete of mine who just wrapped up his freshman year of college who did this for a long time. He would walk his feet. He would like start tippy tapping and moving his feet when he was winding up with the discus. And he would end up in all different parts of the circle. And it's like, just keep your feet in place. And his throw was perfect. But as soon as he started moving those feet around, that misalignment started to happen and he was going all over the place. So I'd say that's going to be the first thing I tell you to do is keep that right foot and left foot here so that this bolt at 12 o'clock is right in between your feet. Like 12 o'clock should be lined up right with the middle of your body. And I think that's going to fix the over rotation because watch what happens here. Now, just like Logan in the other video, we've got a really bad heel-toe relationship. And because of the heel-toe relationship, what starts to happen is that as you throw, you're doing a great job pushing with your legs. You can see you're really extending your legs. But because you kind of have your feet in a bad position, you're almost tripping yourself. You're kind of getting yourself caught up and twisting. So now the ball isn't out of your feet just yet. I'd say right about here, this is where you're just not able to make any more power. Just by the way that you're lined up, the fact that you're on your tiptoes, you're not able to make any more force or produce any more force at this point. Again, as I said before, I'm not a physicist, so power, force, acceleration, I probably mess up these terms a lot, so please bear with me. Go easy with me on in the comments section, okay? But you can see here how when you go to use those legs and you go to explode, this left foot and left leg is in the way. So you've got to pick your feet up off the ground so you don't trip. You pick your feet up. It's just a subconscious thing that happens so that you're in balance and that you're not going to fall. And you start doing this jumping throw. And when you jump and throw, you lose a ton of power. If you play football, imagine, not just for John, but imagine you play football and you're chasing the quarterback, and the quarterback has to get rid of the ball quickly. So as he's running away from you, he jumps and throws. Ball's not going to go anywhere. Now imagine if he had time and he was able to set his feet and throw a big long pass. Okay? Like when you see a quarterback throw a Hail Mary pass into the end zone, they need time to set up and they've got to keep their feet on the ground. They're not going to jump in the air and then throw the ball. They need to stay connected to the ground. And it's the same thing here. Ideally, I'd want your feet on the ground until right about here or here. But you can see your feet come off the ground right about here. So I think if this left foot wasn't in the way and your right foot was in a better position, you would be, number one, throwing the shot right down the middle. Okay? And number two, you would be able to apply a lot more force and produce a lot more force and transfer that and deliver that into the ball. But because your feet are tripped up like this, and because of that which is due to the over rotation, which is due to the bad alignment in the back. So if you fix your alignment, but keep your form exactly the same, fix your alignment, that's going to get your right foot in a better position in the middle. That's going to get your left foot in a better position in the front. You're going to have better heel-toe alignment, so a better power position with that heel-toe alignment. You're going to be able to push into the ground, use your legs a lot better, produce more force, be able to get the hips all the way around, get your body all the way around, and push the ball right down the middle. So it's a chain reaction. Okay, I'm not the first person to say that. It's a chain reaction of events that are happening here. The bad thing in the back of the circle, which is the alignment, because your alignment is bad, it's making everything else not look too good. Okay, so fix the alignment in the back. That's going to fix and get you in a better position in the middle. Your left foot's going to come down in a better position. You're not going to be cutting yourself off or tripping yourself. That way, when you go to use your legs, you don't have to jump and you're not going to be tripping yourself. you can stay on the ground longer to about right here. Then you can drive into it and get a lot more power and a lot more distance out of the throw. All right, so this is a really nice looking throw that was poorly aligned. It's almost like if you were aiming a cannon like out of a pirate ship, and the cannon was nice and straight, and you had the right amount of power, and you had the right size cannonball, but you just weren't aiming it correctly. The cannon went off perfectly. Boom, big explosion, cannonball goes flying out, but you weren't aimed at the other ship correctly. That's what's going on here. It's a misalignment issue. It's really not a form and technique issue. Yes, you do have some things to fix in your form and technique, but the big thing to work on right now is going to be the alignment in the back of the circle. All right, so that's what I got for you guys today. Make sure, guys, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click that notification bell. That way you will get notified when any of our new videos come out. And as I said before, during this whole coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic that's going on right now, we are going to be doing a lot of work and staying very active on this YouTube channel. All right, so thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you all so much for subscribing and liking and sharing and all that good stuff. And I will talk to you again really soon.